I'd like to open it up. I want to give Big Earn a chance to speak. I want some feedback. We got to talk about strategies, not about listening to me talk, not about the history, but the stuff that's still going on. Big Earn, you want to share?
Greetings.
Greetings.
I was really touched to be invited to come over here and speak to you people. It's like they have things I guess they call like roads, or people who are like living histories. And I guess if you experience stuff and you live through them, if you live long enough, I guess you become a walking historian. And some things I've experienced, I felt that the people would never know about. You know, I felt that if I died, those experiences would die. And I had the privilege of functioning and living with beautiful people, beautiful brothers. And I said, man, if the world don't know about these people, they get to know about some of them. I said, man, if the world don't get to know about these people, nobody will never even know what black people was really about. How we really stood up.
Yes, sir.
And we wasn't no punks and we wasn't no cowards. You know, and we represented, man, we represented principle.
Yes, sir.
We didn't move off of ego or pride or try to bully nobody.
Yes, sir.
We had principles, man. I remember when I wanted to say, you know, I responded to this invitation just like I always responded to my people. I can't never say no to my people. So when they count on me, I can't never say no. You know, I got to be there for my people. But I just wanted to share this one thing that over the years became more significant with me. I was a long time ago. I've been in prison 45 years, but this was before that. I was only out 8 months before I experienced a 45 years prison term. And I was released from Nolan. And I was a juvenile over in North Block, and an incident happened, a riot happened, and the guy died, and they charged me and some other people with the murder, and they put us in Nolan. And I was 19-year-old. I stayed in there 2 years. I was like a 19-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, and I began to get toward my 21st birthday, and they was gonna have to let me go because I was a juvenile commitment. During this period of time, I had a chance to know people like Hugo Pinell, Yogi, Howard George. When she has to call out, I had to call his name. One of my heroes, an unsung hero, that you people can never know except maybe through the spirits of us. You know, Yogi, you know, was what they call lace my boots. Howard George, W.L. Nolan, he was right there. We trained together. You know, you talk about courage, I was willing to die with these people and felt like I had accomplished something. You know, willingly. You know, that's the kind of love he's talking about, the camaraderie. That's the kind of love. We didn't even, man, it was reached a point, we didn't even question each other. We didn't even question whether this dude would support me, whether that dude would support me or not. But I want to get to this point because time is an element here also. The thing that I wanted to share that I felt was of significance, and they talk about Black August. Many people do many different things in Black August. Some people fast during the whole thing. Some people fast during the daylight hours, and then they eat their breakfast at night. Some people refrain from doing things that they had done. Some people study extensively. Some people correct something. Black August is a time to correct something, some quality, to do something positive like write, communicate, and all that. Black August is that special time. And it evolved through different things. George, it seemed like in August was a coincidence that lots of different things happened in August. It began to pile up. This happened in August, this happened in August, this happened in August, and it began to create a August month. August, the pigs get scared in prison. Every August, man, when August comes, it's like, wow, man, August, man, what the dudes is up to, you know. And August became a special time. But now I remember this, I'm a juvenile in Owen, and I'm in there, man, I'm harmonizing with the brothers, and the Watts Rebellion jumps off. It's 1965, it's August 1965. And when the Watts Riot, the rebellion occurred, all the brothers in the tier, we refused to talk, to eat, or to communicate at all with anyone during the whole days of the riot. It was like about 17 days, if I can recall. It was the first fast I went on, and like the first couple of days, and then after that it started getting good. I started getting giddy. I first started off like the brother right here, and it's like, but it gets good. You know it's gonna get good, you know. And man, I went through this riot. I went through this fast period, and non-communication period. And then when it was over, George was across the hall. George Jackson, he was across the hall in X-Wing. When it was over, Howard Toles jumped up and began to call each brother's name by, you know, each brother, bing, 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 bing. And that was what I believe was the beginning of a tradition, what they call the roll call. And brothers in the hole, they used to make a roll call every morning. They get up and they greet each other, they go right down. That's sort of like looking out for each other, everything like that. At night, the brothers bid each other good night. Jimusiku, good night. They make a roll call. They go to each brother, make sure each brother responds. It's all good, you know. In the morning, they say, Njima Asaburi. Good morning. Go to each brother. And I believe that that was the first time that that happened. And so I just wanted to share a moment with you, man. I believe that was a great moment. Different things happened, and different things happened, and brought it to this people. But just like he said, man, we got to interact, and we got to keep on making things happen. I'm a miracle. I'm not supposed to be here. Whole lot of times I thought I would never even make it. I'm a miracle. And I'm wearing my life as a path. You know, and the path is just beginning. You know, all our lives have a path. You know? And I was preserved something, preserved me. Most of the guys in my crew are my comrades. They don't even exist no more. They exist in the libations. You know? And we just really got to get next to the experience and let that energize up. I love these brothers, man, these little young brothers, man. And they refuse to be niggas. They refuse to be niggas. They want to be Africans, man. Don't be that, man. Resist that, man. Be a whole thing. Don't be no little nickname from a slave master.
That's right. That's right.
You know? Be a whole thing. You know? And so,
That's right.
We're going back and forth. You know? Let me give you some love.
That's right, bro.
So you just lifted my spirit.